He needs an advisor already.
Okay, Mordechai. Mordechai, would you like to start Parshas Truma? Parshas Truma, we're about to start. Okay.
וידבר השם אל משה לאמור,
Hashem spoke to Moshe, saying,
דבר אל בני ישראל ויקחו לי תרומה מעץ כל איש אשר ידבנו ליבו תיקחו את תרומתי.
Speak to the Bnei Yisrael, and they shall take from me Truma. So we'll see what that means. Me'ez kol ish asher yidvenu liboy. From every man who feels generous, motivated, tikhu es trumasi, you shall take my Truma. Yes. We had coloured pictures. I have to bring from home. I have a very nice book from home.
Of the
Pictures of the Mishkan. But I really would like maybe today I'll try and get hold of a model, and that would be really better.
לשמי תרומה הפרשה
Hafrasha, no, so Likuli Truma. Li. Now Rashi says Li Lishmi. What is what we call Li Truma? Truma for the Mishkan. What's the Li? Right? So Li Lishmi. For my sake, for my dedicated for the service of Hashem. Right? So that's what he says, take from me. And then he actually adds in the Sifsach Chama, adds another point over here, is that Kodesh Baruch Hu owns everything.
you're giving him.
So how can you give something to Hashem? Hashem, it's like a kid gives his father a present, right? Where the father's giving him the money to buy the present. It's really the father's anyway.
Right, but then it's a mean to connect, to come close,
Okay.
which is what the whole thing is about.
So the point is over here that even if we have something, it still belongs to Hashem because everything belongs to Hashem. So the idea is that you should dedicate it for me, for my sake, meaning to be used as for the Mishkan, which is dedicated to the service of Hashem. Truma. What is the word truma? Now, Rashi is going to explain hafrasha, a separation. No. Truma doesn't mean a tithe. I'll explain to you in a minute. Here in this sense, it does not mean a tithe.
Raising up.
It's something which is elevated. You're elevating the status. You give it separated from what you have, and you elevate its status. Next now it was cholin. Previously it was cholin, something not profane, mundane, and now you elevate its status now to be holy. So it's not profane. It's mundane. Okay, and now you elevate its status to something holy.
Right.
That's what it says. So Rashi says, Truma is something which you have frosh, a separation. Yafrishu li mimamoinam, they should separate from their money nedova. Okay, a gift. Okay, next Rashi. Yidvenu liboy. Right?
לשון נדוב.
Right, expression of what's Yidvenu liboy is lashon nedova, of being generous. Being generous. His heart feels generous. Lashon, Rodson Tov, goodwill. Person feels generous, has goodwill. Paysan, the person is feeling, I guess that's where I translated this, feels generous, feels good-hearted, wants to give of his own to the Mishkan. Okay, then it says, Tikhu Trumasi. Right, now Rashi's pointing out over here that here it says, Mikuli Truma, Ve'ez Kol Shalilegim Tikhu Es Trumasi. First of all, it changes first when it says. First part of the pasuk seems to refer to the Bnei Yisrael, that they are giving. It says, Davar Bnei Yisrael Ve'yikhu Li Truma. They should take for me Truma, means they should separate for me Truma, a gift separated the nation towards the Beis Hamikdash. Now we're going on the receivers, not the givers. First passage refers to the givers. You should take from me the truma, right? And then it says, from any person who feels generous, tikhu, you shall take. Who's you referring to? Moshe and those who assist him. You shall take my truma. Okay, so that's number one. And also the next passage again says the same thing. Which the Lashon seems rather superfluous. Okay, so there's so that's what Rashi is going to dwell on. Tikhu es trumasi. Let's see Rashi, yeah? Omar Rabbi, Omar Rav. Okay? Omar Rabbi said, a rabbi said. Omar Aleph Reish means Omar Rabbi said. Gimel, carry on.
Trumas are
Muros
Khan.
There are 3 trumos mentioned here. Okay? There's 2 in the previous part, 2 in this passage. Rabbi Ibn Esav Kuli Truma. Next question is going to take Trumasi. There's only said Truma, I should take 3 trumas. Okay? What are they? Achas, carry on.
Trumas
Beka,
Migil
Lagu
Gobos.
Goles. First one is a donation of Beka, which is a certain coin, which we're going to see is in a Machatzisa shekel. Lagu Goles per head, which means per skull, means per head. Okay? Shenasu mehen ha'adonim, from which the adonim were made. Carry on. Tomorrow. Meforash. Eile Pekude. Right? It says it's stated explicitly in the beginning of Parshas Eile Pekude, which is the last parsha in Sefer Shmos. It says there that from the silver
Socket.
the silver which was used in the Mishkan, which was basically only the sockets and a little bit extra for the hooks and everything else, but the vast majority of the silver was used for the sockets. And there the Torah explains that each person gave half a shekel, and from that half shekel, 600,000 half shkolim became 300,000 shkolim. Okay, and there's 3,000 shekel in each kikar, each talent. That means there were 100 talents of silver. Okay, and there were 100.
300,000.
Right. It means, and there were 100 talents. There were 100 sockets they needed. 96 for the actual sockets underneath the beams, which made up the 3 walls, and another 4 for the sockets underneath the poles, the poles at the entrance to the Mishkan.
Talking about the Beit HaMikdash Rishon, right?
Not Beit HaMikdash, we're talking about the Mishkan.
The Mishkan.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
First
This
one.
Parsha is talking about Mishkan. Okay, afterwards, Shlomo HaMelech based his building, the Beis HaMikdash, on these dimensions which were given, the requirements which were given for the Mishkan. Shlomo HaMelech, in his great wisdom, he managed to copy, or not just right, quite copy.
Emulate.
Emulate, that's a very good word. Emulate all the details of which were in the Mishkan and transfer them into how they should be in the Beis HaMikdash. So every aspect, every facet of Kedusha,
Any connection.
right, any connection, all the concepts which could be derived from the building of the Mishkan, that he embodied in the building of the Beis HaMikdash. Okay? Now, so that was the first one. The first one was Beka Lagugoles, Okay, that was a half a shekel. Beka, we actually read this yesterday in Kasha Shkoli. Kisi sos resh b'nei Yisrael v'kudei v'nostu ish keifer nafshel Hashem v'kudei Yisrael. Ze yitnu kol avei akrim machatzis ha-shekel v'shekel ha-kedesh esim de ha-shekel machatzis ha-shekel Tuma l'Hashem. And here it says Beka, I think the possibility says that over there, that he was Beka Lagogoles. No, actually it doesn't say Beka Lagogoles here in Pashas Kisisa, but in Pashas Pekudei, it calls it Beka Lagogoles. Beka. The Beka and the half shekel were actually synonymous. It was exactly the same thing. Which even more even strongly presents the question, why did the Torah have to give it a new name and call it half a shekel if it already had a name of Rebecca? Okay, that's not the subject for discussion now, but that's a major subject for discussion. Okay, now, so that was number one, was half a shekel, the Becca for the Adon. Then the Achas, carry on.
The Achas.
Chumash HaMizbeach.
Chumash HaMizbeach.
Becca Lagogoles. La Kupois. Right? For the, what should we say, for the kitty, is that the right word? For the, Kupois for the, it wasn't Kupa Ketana, it was Kupa Gdola. It was the treasury.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Liknos mohen korbanos tzibor. Okay? Again,
there was a store in the Beit HaMikdash where if somebody would come with money, they would be able to buy.
It was like a box.
Yeah.
Right. And that money, so again, each person gave half a shekel towards the contribution towards paying for the public sacrifices. Right? Derech Agav, Rashi in the beginning of Bamidbar, and also in the beginning of Kisisa also explains this, that this was only given, not now, because elsewhere, Rashi in Parshas Vayakov, Rashi mentions this. When was this donation for the Mishkan? When was it given?
This week. But the Shabbat was a Shekalim.
I know. You said it was waited till Adar? No.
No.
I'm talking about originally,
it was
when
first
they
of
built
Adar.
the Mishkan.
First of Adar, wasn't it?
That's when every year they gave towards the Shkolim, towards the Korbanos, correct.
Right.
But Rashi explains that the donations for the building of the Mishkan were given straight after Yom Kippur. Moshe Rabbeinu came down from the mountain on Yom Kippur, and the next day he told everybody this parsha was said on the day after Yom Kippur. Okay, and then the next day, Yud Beis, Yud Gimel, Yud Dalet, on those next 3 days, that's when everybody brought the donations. And on the first day of Sukkot, already they didn't bring any more. First day of Sukkot. And the Mishkan was started to be built after Sukkot, and it was finished already by Hanukkah. And technically, it was by Chof Hei Kislev was already finished. And so Medrash says that technically Chof Hei Kislev, it said to came at the time that Baruch Baruch Hu, we should have had the Mishkan dedicated on then, as soon as everything was finished. So Baruch Baruch says, don't worry. Right now, I'm going to wait till Rosh Chodesh Nisan to dedicate the Beis HaMikdash, to dedicate the Mishkan. But in the future, you Chof Hei Kislev will be repaid by making a Chag on that day, Chag of dedication. Okay, so that's number 2 donation. No, one second. I missed the point here. The second donation of the Machzis HaShekel did not happen after Yom Kippur. The first donation of Machzis HaShekel happened then, directly after Yom Kippur. The second donation, when did that happen?
Pizza?
No, close. You're getting closer.
This week, this month.
No, Adar, no, also not. But that was in the future. But the Rashi says at the beginning of Parshas Bamidbar, that's when the Kosh Baruch Hu told
the count, the consensus.
And that was on the 1st of Iyar, first of Iyar on the second year, which was a little over 6 months after the first one. Because the first one was done straight after Yom Kippur. That was the first half a shekel,
It was
which
always
went
kept.
for the silver sockets.
Yeah, that's
And the
was.
second, no, that's
Aleph Yam.
Aleph years, not Aleph Sivan.
Almost.
Aleph Iyar. Aleph Iyar is quite away, just
Good.
after, a week after Pesach. Okay?
There was another census, wasn't there? Too,
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Yeah.
There was a census now straight after Yom Kippur,
Yeah.
and there was another census
Census.
at the beginning of Iyar.
Ah.
And that's when they gave the second one towards the Koboks.
So to check, make sure.
Okay? And now, Ba'achas Trumas HaMishkan. Carry on, Mordechai. Sorry. Yeah, Ba'achas Trumas HaMishkan. Now the third one was the donation for the Mishkan. Nidvas kol echod ve'echod sheisnati. The donation of each individual, whatever he felt willingly, he felt free to give of his own generosity. And that is mentioned Yud Gimel Dvar. Now Rashi says over here, so the silver, all the silver was donated by each person giving half a shekel. That was the first donation. Okay? All the silver, the gold and the copper and all the other materials, that was a free will donation. Yud Gimel Dvarim Hamurim Be'inyan Kulam Hutsu Kulam Leches HaMishkan. All these 13 things which we're going to mention from Pasuk Gimel onwards, okay, were used for were required for the construction of the Mishkan, or for use in making the the priestly clothing. If you look at it carefully. Now it's interesting, the Mefarshim asked the question over here, why 13? If you think about it, let's make a count, okay, of the Pasukim from Pasuk Gimel. What have we got? Zoisai Truma Asheti Kumeton. Zahav, 1. Kesef, 2. Nechoshes, 3. Uscheles, 4. Argomon, 5. Tolah Shoni, 6. Sheish, 7. Izim, 8. Baros Elim Ma'adomim is 10. Baros Techoshim is 11. Batzei Shittim, 12. Shemen Lamor, 13. Summon the Shemen HaMishka, 14. I'm sorry, but Summon the Shemen HaMishka is 14. Sorry, I lost the count.
Shemen Mor is
That's
13.
Zov, Kesef, Nechosh, that's 3. Tcheles, Bargomon, V'Tolah Shoni, that's 6. V'Sheish is 7, V'Izim 8. V'Reis Elim Ma'adomim is 9, V'Reis Techoshim is 10, V'Atzei Shittim is 11. Shemen Amo is 12, V'Summon the Shemen HaMishka, V'Teres HaSamim is 13. Avnei Shoyam is 14, Avnei Miluim is 15. So there are 15 items mentioned here. Okay? So, Mefarshim asked the question, how can you say, Rashi say 13 things are mentioned here, there really were 15. Okay? So now, there are two roots into that. One is that Tcheles v'Argomon and Tolah Shoni, they were all made of wool. They were just 3 different dyes of the same wool. Okay? So therefore, wool was only one thing, and the Tcheles, Argomon, and Tolah Shoni all considered like one thing. That's all wool. Okay? That's one opinion. So therefore, instead of being 15, the 3 types of different color wool are considered as 1. So that makes it 1 out of 3. So it takes up 2. That makes it down to 30. The other opinion is that another answer is that that the Avnei Shoyam, Avnei Miluim were given by the Nesiim, weren't given by the Jewish people. So each person, the individuals of Klal Yisrael, only gave 13 things. It's another teretz. Okay? Shlomo, please, would you like to read Pasuk Gimel?
Mezot HaTruma Asher Tichtu Me'itam Zahav V'Kesef U'Nechoshet. And this is the these are the donation. This is the donations
right?
that you
You
will
shall
take.
take.
You will take from them. That is gold, silver, and copper.
Very good, excellent. Let's translate. Now let's see the Rashi. Zohar v'chesed v'nechoshes.
Okay, etc. Kulam ba'u b'nidavar ish ma shenabo libo. Chutz min hakesef shaba v'shabeh ma chatzit shekel l'chol echad. And all of them comes in
All the items.
generosity of each man. That is what the generosity from
Their
heart.
What is
Brings
heart?
them heart.
their heart,
Kulam bonenas. All of them came.
except the money.
No, except
No,
in the case, except the silver.
The silver, and that was the said thing. That comes equally, half a shekel equally from
For each person.
everyone.
Right, for each person. Okay?
Okay. V'kol below matzinu v'kol melechet mishkan she hutzrak sham kesef yoter.
Your turn. Okay? We don't
Okay, you
find.
want to just go that far? Okay. And we don't find that all the
In the entire
the work of the Mishkan
instructions of the
that
Mishkan.
is required there, that additional silver evidently was required.
They did not. We don't find
Required.
anywhere that they required
find any
more
additional
silver than that.
silver.
More silver than that.
As is said, Kesef, the count of the Kesef, the 2 days,
There you go.
ate up in the congregation. Becca, the Gulot,
Lagugolet.
Bashar HaKesef. That, you know,
No,
there was
that's
half
it.
a shekel from
Becca
everybody.
Lagugolet. Rashi, so the Torah explains over there that each person gave half a shekel, and then there were 603,550.
Right, so that would be 301.
So 1 second. Right, so that would be 301,775. 775. You don't have to argue with me, it's an explicit passage.
Right.
Is that what Moshe's arguing about?
301,775.
Is that where Moshe is arguing about the expenditure? When he goes over, they find out.
Well, he's not arguing with them, he's just proving to them.
Yeah,
People
but
do.
yeah.
They shouldn't accuse him of
putting his hand in the
Never
pocket.
accused.
Putting his,
sticky fingers.
yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
1 second, so Rashi says it over here.
Someone's good around here.
Mishka.
All that.
Rashi says it over here.
Makes him up.
Anyway, there was an extra. ועשר אלף ושבע מאות וחמישה ושבעים עשר בובים לעבודים ציבור השם לחישה קיסר. The 1,775 shkalim, which were left over, also bovim made from them hooks for the pillars and the silver caps over the top of the pillars
Okay.
and the silver bands which went round them. That's what the Pasuk says explicitly. Okay, now the Shah HaKesef, now Rashi says,
Remainder
of the silver,
of the silver that comes there.
Binedova was given
The generosity.
out of free will donation.
Offerings.
They used it, they made it.
They made it into cups and
Kli shoris. What's Kli shoris?
Holy
Serving
cups.
serving utensils. Okay? Yaakov.
Yes, Ken.
Pasuk Dalet.
Gele, is that the turquoise, like man and purple?
Yeah, I translate as aquamarine. Okay, that's what Rashi going to say because
Yeah.
the Gemara says Tcheles doime liyam. The color of Tcheles is similar to a sea blue color.
Yes.
So that's why it translates aquamarine.
Right, okay, very good. The Tola'at Shani, is that linen?
No. Argamon is like a purple colour.
No, I'm not saying it. I've just said purple, Vargaman, is it?
Right.
Right, so I looked for Tola'at Shani.
But it's...
Is it the linen?
No.
Oh, shani.
These are all wool. These all three are wool.
Oh,
Tola'at Shani is scarlet.
What's the word for linen?
Sheish.
Oh, sorry, wait, yeah.
Actually, going to tell us that.
So, sorry, this is again, what is it? Is it Shani?
Tola'at
Wool.
Shani is scarlet.
Scarlet wool.
Right, so Tcheles is aquamarine wool, Argamon is purple wool,
Yeah.
Tola'at Shani is scarlet wool,
And linen.
the Sheish is linen, the Izim...
The izim is goat's hair.
Right, correct.
Goat's hair.
Okay, let's see the Rashi here.
The
Rashi will help us along
Rashi.
with it.
Right, thank God. Heva, is it where it is? Heva?
Dalet.
Dalet.
Utcheles, bottom of the first column.
No, yes. Utchelet, that's the aquamarine. Semer Savua.
Right.
The dam
Wool, right, Savua died,
in the blood of the
Hilazon.
Hilazon fish.
it's a special creature which...
Kruskian, shellfish.
I don't know what it is.
Kruskian is a shell.
Yes,
So it's a shellfish.
Where do you have that?
I'm just saying what a halazon fish is. It's
I know, but where do you see that word? Oh, I see just there.
Yeah.
Okay,
The-
Sivoi...
And an army, is it? No. The Sivo, Yarok, green. I don't know what it is.
Its colour is green.
It's green. Its
Well,
colour
when
is
I,
green.
see, the term Yorok can mean actually a very broad spectrum of colours. Anything in the greenish,
Right.
anyway from yellow to blue. But it has a greenish tinge. It's not a pure yellow, not a pure blue.
Yeah.
Okay, but the Maisa, Farshim explained, it's Domina Yam, and it's like a sea blue, which is like a...
Well, it should be the same as Akumet because it's all reflecting Hashem's throne.
Right.
Arbaman, Somer, Savoie, like that, and the purple.
No, Tsama is a
Tsama,
wool.
yeah,
Savua died. Min Savua, the type of dye, Sheshmoi Argamon. Its name is Argamon.
Gaman, purple. Right, the Shesh, the 6, it is Pashtan,
Ishtan. Okay, that is flax,
flat.
which means linen.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know
Now,
that-
why is it called Shesh?
Because it's got 6, if you look at a microscope, you find that Elena has 6 ends to it.
I didn't know that.
Oh yes, it is.
But the
true.
Morris says actually the reason over here why I mentioned
If you put it in a microscope, you see 6.
it's like a
6.
snowdrop.
Yeah.
Snowflakes also hexagonal crystals.
Wow.
And you said what? Gemara said what?
The Morris says the reason why it's called Shesh is because every thread
Yeah.
of flax, of linen, had to be made out of 6 strands. And likewise the other ones as well. But,
It's even the goats.
now, literally, it could be translated meaning goats, but Rashi said it doesn't mean noit socialism, which means goat's hair.
Yeah, from goats.
Therefore, Turgum Unkeles, Tov Aleph, Turgum Unkeles. Therefore, Unkeles translates it Umeazeh, not Azeh, which means the goats themselves, Meazeh, which means that's the term used for goat's hair. Dova habominoism, something is
comes from the
from
goats.
Velo
not
izim
the
atum,
goats.
not the goats themselves.
No.
Shetargum shall izim.
Can you explain what it means?
The targum of the word goats themselves is not meazeh, but Isaiah.
But it still comes from goats.
I understand, but Rashi is saying they weren't made from the goat's skin. It was made from goat's hair.
Right.
That's a major difference.
Right.
If it said izim, right,
Yeah.
it means it was made from goat's skin.
Right, yeah.
But now it says meazeh, it means it's a derivative from goats, it's referring to the goat's hair. And the Gemara says actually, amazing Zach, how do they make it into threads?
How did it work?
How do
They
you make
pulled
the-
it. They didn't make
Whatever,
it
no,
easy.
it was a major...
The women did it. The women did
Right.
it.
But Lemaisa, how do you make goat's hair from... I mean, how do you make threads from goat's hair?
Use a special. Yeah.
You have to weave it, but you have to, because they're not very long. But wool has a attribute, right, that is fluffy. It has like...
You got it.
Has, we call it, has little
strands or
little things, not feelers, whatever. But you take a piece of wool, it has little fluffy bits on it which help it connect one to the other. So therefore, when you twine it, you spin it, so those things connect to each other, and then it comes out into one thread, a strong thread. Goat's hair doesn't have that, so it's a much harder to make take goat's hairs together and make it into a strong thread than it is to do with wool. Okay, Yoni, Pasuk Hey.
ורוטנים מהדמים ואורו תחשים ועצי שיטים.
V'rois elim ma'adamim.
The skins.
Skins of rams skins reddened.
Red rams or just
Red?
No, so now it's interesting. Rashi learns pshat. There was one thing that most of Rashi learn pshat means they took regular skins of rams, ram skins, and they dyed it red. However, there is some Nafshi who learn very interesting thing that they took rams and they beat them. That they bled from inside, and
that's not a Jewish thing, that.
That's when the Nafshi explained that. I don't know how hard whether they beat them or whatever, but anyway, that's where the skins turn red. But Rashi doesn't learn that.
In the old time religion.
Okay, so Rashi learns they were actually dyed red.
Dyed red, yes.
Yeah. But Oros Tchashim, carry on, Yoni.
So Oros Tchashim, that's
skins
of a Tchashim.
Seal skins.
Rashi says there was a sea animal called a Takash.
Takash, okay, a sea animal.
No, not a sea animal. It was actually
Sea lion,
no.
It was
called.
called
It was a chaya. It's a kind of animal, a wild animal.
But we don't know exactly what
There's different versions. There are different versions, you know. I've read there's seal skins, there's takshish, sea animal, and he was only created on that day.
This animal became extinct
That's
afterwards.
right.
That was the one with the horn.
Well,
unicorn, yes.
Some say it was a unicorn.
Yeah.
Right. It was a unicorn. Uni.
That means one horn, unicorn.
And sheeting wood, which is a type of tree.
Yes. Now it's also machlokas. What wood is that?
Yeah.
Many Mefarshim call it acacia wood. It's a certain hard wood.
Cedar.
Some say cedar.
The cedar came like Lebanon.
Yeah, but it's not what we call cedar wasn't it? The Gemara actually in Rosh Hashanah says there are different types of cedar.
Yeah, of course.
And one of them is shittim.
Yeah.
And Rashi gives the French word.
Cypress wood.
And then Rashi gives the French word for shittim as being pin.
Pine.
Pine,
Yeah.
correct, that's pine. The only
Cypress.
thing is, it's a little bit difficult to understand that. Rashi seems to try and understand the word shittim means pine. Though pine is strange that it seems surprising they used it because it's not such a hard wood, it's pretty soft.
No, that's a soft one.
It's also called cypress, Cypress. That's another word for the or cedar type road. Came from the Lebanon.
Cypress wood. But I don't know what qualities are. I don't know.
Yeah, no different branches
Anyway,
type of wood.
so we translated the shittim wood. Okay. Yeah.
Go on, Rashi now.
I'll say shittim. Okay.
Sheeting is, I'd say sheeting. Remain.
No, we had before that. Ma'adamim.
Or ma'adamim.
Sebuahs.
Yes, that's.
They were dyed red.
Dyed
Rashi said,
red.
not that the rams were naturally red, their skins were taken and were dyed red.
I agree with him, yeah.
The acha ibudim, after they've been prepared, after they've been tanned, after the skins were tanned, then they were dyed red.
Dyed red.
And that's Rashi mentioning that to point out that he's not learning that. This other explanation says that the skins were naturally red. Okay? Tchoshim, right?
And chaya v'lo hayta.
Ela l'shor. It was a kind of wild animal and it only existed for that time. The harg be'gevonim hayuda had different many colors, shades of colors. The kach meturgam, that's what the Targum translates it, siskoina. Right? What's siskoina? Shesos mispoil b'gvanim shelo. It was rejoiced and was proud of its different shades. It's like a multicolored animal. Okay, we'll have to stop here.